how to improve your Minecraft house in a few easy steps, actually. Now, we start off with plain dirt house. Easy, simple starter base, you know. Box, just small space, enough to put a bed, chest, and furnace and crafting table and whatever else you need. Simple, right? That's just the beginning. The first way you can improve the house is by adding more of a sloped roof. Now, you don't have to do this exactly what I did, but I just did a simple A-frame, which it's sort of shaped like an A. Now, I could have done an extra up here and like had that there, but this is a different way that you can do it compared to doing the other way. Now, because I added an overhang too, because it adds a lot more depth. You see, because on the other side, I didn't add it just to be able to show what it looks like. It just looks flat, sort of just there. It looks kind of like a cake in a way. But with this, it adds more depth and it makes it look a whole lot better. And when you go in, there's a little bit more room too, and it makes it look more tall and, I guess, grand in a way. Then, the second way to improve it is just by changing the block. Changing it from dirt to wood makes it look more urbanized, I guess you can say. And it looks less dirt house-like. And instead of having the dirt blocks as the roof, I had wood stairs. And that made a big change. It made this look a little bit more sloped and like an actual house instead of plain dirt. And I did the overhang on the other side as well because it just looks better. And because the wood is a lighter color from the dirt, it made the inside look a lot lighter and brighter as well. In the next house, you can see a lot more change too. Because in this house, I added upside down stairs. Because compared to this makes it look a lot more, well, it adds a lot more texture and a little bit more depth than this other house. And it looks less blocky. And inside, I also added a window, making this look much more airier and much more natural, because it adds natural light instead. And I did this on the other side as well, and it just looks a whole lot better. Now, for windows, you can add things like shutters and stuff. So if I just, let's say I want shutters on this, I can just grab a spruce trapdoor and just add that, and that also makes it look really nice too. And you can just add that and it makes it look better in a lot of ways. And it doesn't change anything on the inside, it just makes it look nicer on the outside as well as in the inside. Now, the next house we have made it bigger substantially. So we still have the original box, as you can see. I took away the roof just because, you know, this makes it look more like sort of a laboratory or a business building type thing without the roof. But I still, instead of having a flat roof like the dirt house all the way over there, the roof is raised a bit, so it goes in. So it makes it look like, yeah, there's a roof. And on the inside, it has windows and it's much more airy in here. It's nice. And other than a few dark spots, there's always natural light. And I added this weird wall. I don't know why. I guess just to show that this is where the box originally was. And then, like, each part, it's, like, way bigger than this original house. And that's just because I took time and added more spots than just the box. Even though, and this adds for more interior design. If you like to design interior, you can do a lot more interior with it. Now, the next house is pretty much the same as this one, just adding a roof, making it look different again. And, you know, it makes it look bigger. I added a window up here because you know, why not? And then there's upside down stairs here, and it makes it look weirdly shaped and interesting. As you can see, I did an A-frame, and I don't even know what I did. Just don't look up here. And then, like, around, I have all of that. It's the same house. It's just has a roof, and it looks completely different from this house. You can see there's a big difference between no roof and then adding a roof. And this next house is sort of finalizing stages of your improved house. You have changed the block color of the main base of the house. The roof is still oak wood. So what you do with oak is you find a good color that goes along with oak, like granite. It goes decently well, or I would have done granite roofs, oak thing, but oak stairs, but it's from the way I was making it, it was easier to do granite and oak. And it's just a lot more colorful and a lot more realistic than just plain solid color houses. Because if you go outside, you won't see plain solid color houses. You'd see a house that has one color brick type and then a roof that has different colors as well. So this makes it more realistic than the dirt house to this house. And then last but not least, we have doing exterior. It makes the house look so much more lively, so much more fun, and just a lot nicer. Because in the exterior, like, you can have little ponds, you could have a tree, and you can have things like little garden flower beds all around, scattered around over where the window is. And then you could have like little azalea bushes in the front and a little cobblestone path going out. And then inside, let's go to a flower bed area. Like, you look out and you can see the flowers on some of your windows, like this. And it just looks so much nicer, and it makes it look much more natural, and it also lively. But it also gives more of a sense of realism, because especially on a flat world, you won't just have this with nothing else. You're more likely to have something like a pond or a path or even a tree. Just, it makes it look more lively and less flat, like the flat world, honestly. Now, let's go to an example of me fixing up one of the villagers' houses, and I think you can see it in the distance over there. So we're gonna go check that out. And we are here over in the village, just a little bit away. Now, this is the house that I redid. Now, this house originally looked exactly like this. This is the exact work of actually no, it was this house. This was the exact same house. I just changed it up a lot. You can tell there's a big difference. I made it bigger. I gave it a little more depth by not making it a big square. That's something I forgot to mention back in when I made that bigger. I made it different squares, different shapes in a way to make it look less blocky, because it looks good. And you can do any block you want for making this. Now the roof is okay. I'm really bad at making roofs, so this is a pretty good roof for me, especially since I had a window up here, so it looks really nice. I even did the interior and had like paintings and chests, and then added a flower pot and a double bed and the lanterns. I used chains going down, but I'll touch more on interior in another video. What we're focused on is the exterior of the house and what I did outside and fixing upwise. Now, this was originally the white terracotta, but I changed it to coral, dead coral, because it makes a nice gray color. And I also used stripped spruce logs, or is that dark oak? It's either spruce or dark oak. And then I put some leaves around to make it look like there's more foliage. Also, to add a bit of texture to the grass, I also added some moss carpets, which made it look really nice. And then instead of a grown spruce tree, I made a custom tree. It's not the best. I'm not good at custom trees, like I sort of mentioned in my mountain video, but this is just an attempt on one using a bit more things like fences and stuff. And it turned out pretty good. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more amazing content just like this, be sure to subscribe. Thank you.